Deep within our solar system, something extraordinary has been discovered. A mysterious planet that defies explanation. An enigmatic world called Planet X. Far beyond the familiar orbits of Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and even the ice giants like Uranus and Neptune, this strange planet silently completes its dark journey around our sun. The simple fact that such a massive object has gone unnoticed for so long has ignited debates among astronomers, sparked speculation within the public, and generated urgent, hushed discussions within hidden corridors of power, in the vast emptiness of space. This newly identified celestial body moves in an odd, elliptical path that brings it closer to the heart of our solar system than should be possible, then sends it hurtling back out into the frozen darkness for unknown spans of time. At first, the few glimmers of evidence that surfaced suggested it might be a brown dwarf or a rogue planet captured by the sun's gravity. But additional observation revealed a host of unusual characteristics. Planet X does not behave as a typical wandering planet should. Its land masses, as viewed through long-range scans, glow with an otherworldly luminescence. Its oceans appear incredibly dark and impossibly deep, possessing a composition that breaks the conventional rules of planetary science. The planet's orbital peculiarities, combined with a strange gravitational influence that occasionally causes perturbations in the outer solar system, raise endless questions. Experts worldwide, including astrophysicists, astrobiologists, and even covert agencies, struggle to unravel these mysteries that in hushed meetings across the globe, top scientists scrambled to make sense of this unforeseen celestial anomaly. Government agencies, initially skeptical, soon found themselves inundated with mounting evidence. The planet's detection came not from a single telescope or a single team, but from the combined efforts of various observatories. Anomalous gravitational wobbles and objects beyond Neptune hinted at Planet X's presence for decades, but no one could confirm it. Only when particularly sensitive telescopes aligned under rare conditions did they catch fleeting glimpses of a large mass reflecting minimal light. As the data poured in, the scientific community realized they faced something extraordinary. A planet, larger than Earth but smaller than the gas giants, was lurking in the darkness, and it possessed unknown qualities that could reshape our understanding of solar system formation. The public, too, caught wind of the discovery thanks to inadvertent leaks and the unstoppable flow of rumors on digital forums. Whispers of Planet X reverberated online, fueling a wave of speculation. Ideas of doomsday scenarios and hidden alien life took root. Certain theories, once dismissed as mere conspiracy chatter, gained a new audience. Government spokespeople tried to downplay the rumors, speaking in measured tones about ongoing research and inconclusive findings. Secretly, however, official interest was anything but mild. The potential for new resources or even new strategic advantages sent powerful figures into frantic planning. A covert mission was quickly conceptualized to explore the planet, its feasibility resting on advanced propulsion systems and cutting-edge spacecraft designs that in an undisclosed location, an isolated spaceport shielded by towering steel walls. A team of experts gathered. Some were elite astronauts and scientists with impeccable credentials, each sworn to secrecy. Others were security personnel, each armed with specialized training for confronting the unknown. Among them was a space commander selected for bravery and decisive thinking under pressure, someone who had once led successful expeditions to the moons of Saturn. A sense of anticipation mingled with apprehension. Even the hardened veterans felt a tremor of uncertainty, for this mission was unlike any in human history. They were not merely traveling to another moon or planet within reach. They were venturing into a region of space so distant and cold that no standard textbooks could guide them. Behind the scenes, an influential corporation played a pivotal role. They had long fostered relationships with government entities, inking lucrative contracts for experimental spacecraft. Rumors swirled that they knew more about Planet X than they admitted. Motivated by the potential of untapped resources or obscure energies, the corporation spared no expense in outfitting the mission. Their stealth technology, advanced sensors, and prototype propulsion systems gave this crew an advantage that earlier space programs could only dream of. Yet the presence of these corporate backers cast a long, uncertain shadow over the expedition. Stories of hidden agendas and unethical research haunted hallways, whispered about behind closed doors. Unbeknownst to the crew, a deep plan lay simmering beneath official objectives. After rigorous preparation, the day of departure arrived. The spacecraft, sleek, black, and bristling with new technology, launched under the cover of darkness. Officially, it did not exist. Its flight plan was erased from public record, and no transmissions were broadcast to the typical channels. The crew strapped themselves in, each aware that they stood on the brink of something that could alter humanity's place in the cosmos. Hours stretched into days, and days turned into weeks as they traveled through the silence of the outer solar system. Strange gravitational fluctuations occasionally tugged at the spacecraft's trajectory, as if the planet itself exerted an uncanny influence on their approach. When Planet X at last loomed on their screens, the effect was astonishing. The faint sunlight at this vast distance revealed swirling clouds in the planet's murky atmosphere. Streams of glowing energy crept across the land masses, giving the surface an otherworldly gleam. The planet's oceans appeared pitch black, reflecting only minimal light, hinting at depths beyond anything imaginable. A sense of awe gripped the crew. Yet under that, all lurked a growing apprehension. Something about the world's mere presence whispered of ancient power, as though Planet X had circled the sun for eons, unnoticed and uninterfered with. As the spacecraft made its final approach, violent storms erupted in the atmosphere. Massive electric charges lit up swirling cloud formations, creating stunning arcs of lightning. The mission specialists scrambled, recalculating descent vectors. Turbulent pockets of energy threatened to knock the ship off course, pushing the crew and their vehicle to the limits. The pilot's hands moved swiftly over the controls, aided by advanced computers trying to correct their approach and keep everyone safe. At last, in a thunderous moment, the landing gear touched the planet's surface. The ground beneath them was unexpectedly stable, hard like rock, yet faintly pulsating with an internal glow. Atmospheric sensors reported a strange cocktail of gases, a high concentration of inert elements, a hint of something unknown, and trace amounts of oxygen that could potentially support life if supplemented. Exiting the spacecraft was a surreal experience. The explorers stepped onto the illuminated ground, feeling it vibrate beneath their boots. The air was thin but breathable with assistance from specialized suits. Everything was cloaked in a hushed, mysterious stillness, interrupted only by occasional gusts of an unearthly breeze. Beyond the landing site lay a stark horizon of jagged cliffs and rolling plains bathed in dim light. The swirling sky above flickered with an unnatural energy reminiscent of cosmic auroras, dancing across the alien clouds. Each breath the explorers took felt heavy, as if Planet X itself weighed upon them, intruding on their senses with an indescribable presence. With each careful step, they advanced into the unknown, guided by faint glimmers that might have been vegetation or mineral deposits exuding their own luminescence. Geologists and biologists among the team observed every detail. The geology of Planet X appeared ancient, littered with black volcanic rock that was etched with lines of glowing minerals. They collected soil samples, scanning them for organic compounds or any sign of microbial life. Geiger counters and thermal imagers constantly beeped with new data, revealing hints of subterranean warmth in certain regions. Still, an almost oppressive feeling lingered in the cold, thin air, as though the planet was watching them, an entire world alive with secrets. Then, in a moment that made their hearts pound, the crew encountered beings native to this hidden planet. The meeting happened without warning. At first, the explorers noticed faint silhouettes moving behind a translucent rock formation. At first glance, these shapes resembled humans, though the outlines were slightly distorted. As they drew nearer, the forms became clearer, individuals with tall, lean physiques and skin that bore an earthy tone. Their eyes, large and reflective, hinted at an intelligence shaped by centuries in a dimly lit environment. Garb in woven fabrics that shimmered faintly in the planet's low light, they seemed as intrigued by the humans as the humans were by them. The initial contact was tense. Both groups approached with caution, weapons lowered but still within reach. A hush fell over the environment, as though the planet held its breath in anticipation. Gradually, through careful gestures and universal signals of peace, the humans and the natives shared a moment of understanding. One of the explorers pressed a hand to the chest, a sign of greeting, while a native slowly mirrored the gesture, its large, reflective eyes meeting the human's gaze. No words were exchanged, yet the meaning was unmistakable. They had acknowledged each other as sentient and curious beings, not merely intruders or prey. Encouraged by this fragile bond, a few explorers ventured deeper into native territory, guided by these alien hosts who communicated through subtle signals, changes in posture, and low vocal tones. The travelers soon discovered scattered settlements built into natural rock formations, illuminated by bioluminescent materials. Swirls of alien scripts or artwork decorated walls in symmetrical patterns. The settlement exuded a sense of ancient continuity, as though the natives had lived here for countless generations, in harmony with their environment. Further investigations led to an extraordinary discovery, a series of cave tunnels hidden beneath a massive overhang. Inside these dark corridors, the explorers' flashlights revealed carvings etched into the stone walls. Though primitive in style, the images depicted a flourishing civilization that once spanned vast regions of the planet. The drawings told stories of communal gatherings and bountiful resources, but they also depicted a cosmic menace, an inky darkness, shown as a shapeless force that devoured entire settlements. The final carvings were dire warnings that spoke of this great evil that had haunted Planet X for an age. A hush fell over the explorers as they pieced together a narrative that transcended mythology. These warnings appeared both real and urgent. This sense of foreboding crystallized when, under the cover of night, tragedy struck the mission. With the sun far distant, Planet X's darkness felt absolute. The explorers clustered around their landing site in portable habitats, but their rest was shattered by horrifying cries echoing in the gloom. When they investigated, they found several of their teammates lifeless, their bodies contorted in unnatural ways. A wave of shock and fear paralyzed the survivors. The planet's surface, once eerily quiet, was now filled with an unsettling tension. Searching the area, they detected faint traces of a shifting presence, something intangible, something that bent reality at its edges. Then, in the flicker of portable floodlights, the dark entity revealed itself. It appeared as a roiling mass of black, incorporeal yet profoundly real, moving with a dreadful, methodical intelligence. The ground seemed to blacken further in its wake, and a low, resonant hum coursed through the explorers' suits as though the entity vibrated on a frequency that resonated with living tissue. Wherever it passed, an icy chill followed, turning breath to visible frost in an instant. No ordinary projectile or energy weapon seemed to deter it. It would vanish into the shadows, only to reappear behind or above its targets. Confronting this malevolent force, the team realized the entity was the very same darkness depicted in the ancient carvings. The natives, upon sensing the disturbance, rushed to offer help. Their elders carried makeshift torches imbued with glowing minerals, chanting rhythmic phrases that echoed through the caverns. Their chants pulsated with an otherworldly energy, momentarily keeping the entity at bay. In that heart-pounding confrontation, it became obvious that the natives had battled this foe for centuries, sustaining their own existence through rituals of fire, light, and unwavering unity. Amidst this chaos, dark secrets emerged from the crew's own ranks. The corporate sponsors, concerned less about human life and more about harnessing Planet X's mysteries, came forward with confessions. Their hidden files contained data on phenomena related to Planet X's bizarre energy fields, which they had observed even before the planet was publicly acknowledged. Driven by greed, they had orchestrated the mission with ulterior motives, to seize and weaponize whatever dark power lurked here. Realizing that they had been pawns in a greater scheme, the explorers felt a bitter wave of betrayal. Their dream of pure exploration was overshadowed by clandestine corporate strategies. Tension flared between the corporate representatives, the security team, and the scientists, whose only goal had been understanding a new world. Yet, cooperation remained the only option for survival. The explorers turned to the natives for wisdom. Using gestures, symbols, and some rudimentary shared expressions, both groups established a deeper bond. The natives revealed the existence of places of refuge, ancient sanctuaries carved into the bedrock, protected by a mixture of spiritual devotion and advanced knowledge of planetary energy. Here, The darkness had difficulty manifesting, seemingly repelled by the synergy of light and chance that resonated with the planet's natural frequencies. Time was running out. Darkness fell again across Planet X, and the malevolent entity grew more aggressive. It attacked in waves of pulsing shadows that darted across the land. The Allied team developed a daring plan. Using the natives' luminous minerals fused with human technology, they crafted makeshift barriers and portable energy projectors. Native warriors, slender and silent, armed themselves with spear-like rods that glowed with an intense inner light. The humans adapted their gear, rigging their weapons to emit high-frequency flashes that might disrupt the entity's form. A sense of camaraderie grew between the humans and the natives, nurtured by an acute shared danger and a rapidly evolving respect for each other's capabilities. When the final confrontation arrived, it was both swift and brutal. The entity rose from the depths like a living storm of darkness, swirling with an ominous force that sent shockwaves rattling through the ground. The Allied defenders steadied themselves, hearts pounding. Suddenly, beams of light from the spacecraft's floodlights, combined with the natives' glowing weaponry, erupted across the terrain. Thunderous explosions echoed as the crew deployed advanced sonic emitters, hoping to disrupt the shadowy mass. Native chants joined the cacophony, weaving a haunting melody that seemed to prick the very essence of the dark presence. For a fleeting moment, the strategy appeared successful. The entity recoiled, losing shape. Encouraged by this glimmer of hope, a small faction of corporate personnel seized the moment to activate their covert device, a device designed not for banishment, but for capturing and harnessing the dark force. Nobody else knew that they had smuggled this contraption aboard. With the press of a button, the machine emitted a powerful gravitational surge aimed directly at the entity. Instead of enslaving the darkness, however, they infuriated it. The malevolent force coalesced around the contraption, siphoning energy from it until it exploded in a violent surge of black fire, taking the treacherous corporate agents with it. What remained of the device fused with the ground, twisted beyond recognition, a horrifying testament to arrogance and folly. By then, the planet's surface had become a battleground of swirling shadows and flaring lights. Knowing that any hope of permanently defeating the entity was dwindling, the space commander made the call to retreat. The humans and natives, battered and exhausted, attempted to hold the line a while longer, but the dark force, enraged and partially strengthened by stolen energy, was now unstoppable. With agonized reluctance, the humans climbed back aboard their spacecraft. Some natives gathered around, expressing a mixture of sadness and understanding. They recognized the necessity of the retreat, but their eyes carried the weight of an ongoing struggle. An unspoken promise of future aid passed between the two groups. If humans could return better prepared, or if the natives found a new way to overcome this ancient evil, they might join forces once more. The spacecraft's engines roared. In a swirl of dust and flickering lights, it rose into the alien sky, leaving behind the glowing terrain, the swirling clouds, and the shadowy threat that lingered beneath them. Tears of frustration and sorrow stung the eyes of crew members who had hoped to bring peace, knowledge, or solutions to the natives' plight. As Planet X receded from view, enveloped in cosmic night, hearts weighed heavy with the knowledge that they had glimpsed both awe-inspiring beauty and chilling horror in that hidden world. Yet, Planet X was not finished casting its echoes. While the crew set a course for Earth, reports filtered in from other regions of the solar system. Near Neptune, anomalous readings indicated that a second object, small, faint, and possibly connected to Planet X, had been detected. Had the malevolent darkness spread? Or was there a network of hidden worlds, each harboring secrets beyond human comprehension? The possibility loomed large, unsettling even the most skeptical minds. The cosmic stage stretched out before humanity, and for every question answered, a host of new ones emerged. Returning home, the battered crew struggled with official debriefings. Their accounts of the dark entity and the native civilization met with disbelief and political maneuvering. Some demanded that all references to the lost corporate agents and the nightmarish events remain sealed under top-secret classifications. Others in power, those who genuinely sought knowledge, listened with grave concern. Whichever faction prevailed, the story of Planet X could not be fully contained. Fragmentary reports circulated through covert channels. Speculation erupted across fringe communities. The broader public, for now, remained ignorant of the profound menace that lurked so far away. Perhaps it was for the best. Perhaps humanity was not ready to face the scope of cosmic horrors that Planet X represented. Still, a sense of responsibility lingered among the survivors. They had seen the natives struggle and experienced the raw power of the dark force. They knew that one day, human curiosity or ambition might lead another expedition back to that alien world. Some dreamers believed a future alliance with the natives could lift the shadow from Planet X once and for all, restoring peace to that distant part of the solar system. Others warned that meddling again could spark a greater cataclysm. Unresolved questions churned in the minds of the mission's veterans, questions that could only be answered by venturing back into that realm of dangerous wonders. And so the story of Planet X became a seed planted in secrecy, an epic of bravery, betrayal, and survival that might, in time, blossom into a legend. In hushed briefings and underground data nodes, the tale was whispered. A hidden planet with glowing lands and dark, fathomless seas, an unsuspected civilization bearing knowledge of an ancient evil, a malignant presence unstoppable by conventional means, and a heroic but doomed effort to shield life from a force that thrived on fear. The path forward remained unwritten. Far from Earth, in the dim twilight of the outer solar system, Planet X continued its silent orbit, preserving millennia of cryptic history and harboring the lethal secret that still prowled among its haunted plains. Unseen from Earth's vantage, storms of glowing energy still swept across its skies, painting mesmerizing arcs of lightning across swirling clouds. The natives carried on with their rituals, a ceaseless vigil in the war against darkness. Perhaps in their silent chants, there was a glimmer of hope that they would find allies again, beings from another world who might return, not driven by corporate greed, but by genuine unity and the desire to protect life in all its forms. As for the explorers who had tasted Planet X's strange air and beheld its otherworldly vistas, they were forever changed. Dreams and nightmares alike haunted their sleep, painting vivid images of that glowing terrain and the all-consuming dark force. A profound respect for the unknown and a deep reverence for the delicate thread that connects all life took root in their hearts. They returned to Earth quieter than when they had left, unable or unwilling to share the full scope of what they had experienced. Whether they found solace or remained burdened by the weight of cosmic secrets was a matter known only to them. Still, fragments of data and rumor slipped through the cracks. In the private dens of those enthralled by cosmic enigmas, excitement grew. Debates raged. Was Planet X truly a natural part of our solar system, or had it arrived from somewhere else? Might it be one of many hidden worlds lurking in a void? And what of that second strange object near Neptune? Could it be another extension of the same eerie phenomenon, or even a seed of the same malevolent power? The thirst for answers ignited new passions among astronomers and explorers alike. In the end, one central truth remained. The cosmos is vast, full of wonders and terrors that eclipse our limited understanding. Planet X stands as a testament to that vastness, an unforeseen reminder that our knowledge, while impressive, is still dwarfed by the universal stage on which we are but brief players. We stand on the threshold of deeper discovery, compelled by curiosity and caution in equal measure. And though Planet X remains veiled by distance, it calls to us with a silent siren song, a challenge to learn its secrets, to brave its perils, and to confront the darkest corners of existence. Join us on this journey of discovery, for while Planet X may lie beyond our immediate sight, its influence stirs in the background, a faint but undeniable whisper in the cosmic wind. Subscribe to our channel, stay alert to every new clue, and venture with us into the uncharted realms of space, where every shadow holds a secret and every uncovering leads us a step closer to revelations that will reshape our understanding of the universe. The final truth remains hidden, waiting to be unveiled by those bold enough to face the terror and wonder of Planet X and beyond.